Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, Daddy. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. Where did that come from? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if you really want to know how I'm doing today, I'm nasally congested.
Okay.
I've been blowing my nose all day, and
What?
that's the number one reason why we didn't do it this morning because I was in bad shape this morning. But it's in the afternoon, and the word of the day on this February 8th is steady.
Daddy.
Steady, yes. Watch where you're going, stick to the path of truth, and the road will be safe and smooth before you. That's Proverbs chapter 4, verse 26, TPT. Ooh. The Tsar went hiking with his family. They'd been walking for a while, and he was ready for some excitement. The trail had been basically the same the entire time. After he turned a corner, he decided to see what things were like beyond the well worn path. He ventured into some trees and figured he'd catch up with his family a bit. Before an hour of wandering and a few panicked moments, he realized that maybe this wasn't the best decision he'd ever made. He missed the smooth, clear path the trail provided. In the same way, God has created a path of truth for you to walk. He knows exactly what your life will look like, and He will be faithful to guide you if you let Him. As long as you are following Jesus, you will always be on the right path, and He will keep you steady. Learn how to listen for His voice and to know the difference between what He says and what the world says. I'm gonna say that one again for the people in the back and for the tired people. Learn how to listen for His voice and to know the difference between what He says and what the world says. Okay? That last part, sometimes the Bible teaches us to do things one way, but the world say, hey, it's okay to do it this way. And we got to know when to listen to. We got to know that when we hear that, when the world try to guide us on their path, to reject that. Okay? So here's the question.
I'm sorry. I got something.
How can you practice hearing God's voice today? That's the question. How can you practice hearing God's voice today?
I can practice hearing God's voice today by by being obedient all the time, and then He could when you're in the middle of you could Nana said in her dream she was able to talk to God. So when you're sleeping, you can hear His voice say thank you in your dreams and stuff. Wait, what's the question?
You were so eager to interrupt her to answer.
Yeah, but then,
and you need me to repeat the question.
Yeah, I think I have to listen.
How can you practice hearing God's voice
I can practice
today?
I can practice hearing God's voice by sitting in my room quietly and just not talking, because remember one time we were sleeping together and you had this guy who was talking about God and stuff. Well, one part in the video he said, in order to talk to God, you have to be quiet and not talk, because if you keep on talking, you won't be able to hear Him.
Yeah, that's how listening goes. That's how listening goes. That's how listening goes. And the reason why I say that is because even when you're in school, how can you hear what the teacher say if you're talking? And sometimes we be having a conversation and we be so eager to want to speak that we thinking about what we want to say, but we're not listening to what the person says because we're so focused on what we want to say. So sometimes you have to still your mind, like you say. And in addition to prayer, there's something called meditation. Okay? Turn off the screens. Turn off the distractions and sit there, pray, ask God for guidance. Okay? And what that will do, that will help you be more receptive to when he tried to give you a special word that's just for you. But it's hard to be receptive when your brain is fully always being distracted by games and YouTube videos and shenanigans. Shenanigans. Okay, that's why whenever I see y'all watch some of the stuff y'all watch, when the people just constantly talking and they don't, there's no quiet, they're just constantly talking. I'm like, man, that's just too much. You know, it just go and go, and then y'all watch video after video after video. I'm like, oh my gosh, when do y'all ever give y'all minds an opportunity to slow down and just take in what you're doing, or take in other thoughts? Okay, so like you said, find you a quiet place and meditate. Meditate on what you did today. Meditate on what you hope to do. Meditate on the things that you want God to help you with in your life. Okay? But you got to find a quiet place to do it. All right? You got to be steady. February 8th, steady. Okay, so this message goes out to everyone who's watching these videos. I first want to thank you for watching these videos. It wasn't our intention when we started doing our daily devotion to record them, but I had the idea to record these videos, and I just thought I'd share it with other parents so they could not forget that it's their job to teach their children about God.
Yeah.
Okay? And to give them ideas and help. The book I'm currently using, I like right now. It's called A Daily Word for Boys, but there's also a Daily Word for Girls.
And there's a book called Proverbs.
Yeah, there's a book called Proverbs. But right now we're going through the Daily Word for Boys, and I find a lot of these concepts in here are suitable for both my son and my daughters. So I'll see y'all tomorrow on Improve.
Bye-bye.
Bye.